Folks, I have some breaking news for all of you. Not all Asian people are smart. In fact, some Asian people are dumber than bricks. Case in point is this Donald Trump protester in San Francisco. He has this placard, this poster that says, "Love each other, love Muslims, love immigrants, love LGBTQ, love friends, love strangers." Quick question about this LGBTQ. I'm assuming the L stands for lesbians, the G stands for gays, the B stands for bisexual, T for transgender. What is Q? I'm assuming Q stands for queer, but haven't you already discussed that when you're lumping together lesbians, gays, bisexual, transgender? I mean, that's pretty queer. So why are you adding that Q there? That's like saying a hateful murderer. Well, I'm assuming that murderer is pretty hateful if he murdered somebody. So why do we need to have this adjective? This is an unnecessary adjective, whatever. But, let's get down to it. This is an oxymoron when you have love Muslims and love LGBTQ. This is the problem with the liberal progressive agenda, is that you're trying to clump together disparate communities with disparate agendas and interests and assuming that they're all the same because they are not white. They're not white Americans, so therefore they're all the same. No. Muslims probably treat the LGBTQ community worse than any other group of people, any other culture, any other religion in the entire world. Just Google, how do Muslims treat LGBTQ? I think you will be in for, quite a revelation. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I don't recommend it because this is extremely R-rated material. But if you want to get down to some facts, some hardcore facts, Muslims don't exactly treat the LGBTQ community with respect. So you have a serious oxymoron right there. The other thing is, what is it about Asian people and the Democrats? And what is it about Asian people that aspire to the arms of the Democrats? I mean, I don't get it. And it's the same thing with other minorities. What is it about the Democrats that is so appealing? But specifically to the Asian American community, what have Democrats ever done for you? What have Democrats ever done to advance your cause or your interests? My answer is they have done absolutely nothing. In fact, Democrats are probably the most detrimental force in American politics against Asian Americans. And I cite the Los Angeles Times article in which it was proven, it was demonstrated that African Americans and Hispanics receive multiple hundreds of points, bonus points when it comes to standardized testing. That has been very clear for several years, and it was finally exposed in 2014 thanks to a Los Angeles Times article. But that Los Angeles Times article was citing information from a Princeton University study. And that Princeton University study was later reported via The Economist. And The Economist actually went into some further details. And what they revealed is that white students actually receive 90 bonus points. Because keep in mind that Asians are the only race of students where they are actively discriminated against. They receive negative 50 bonus points in standardized testing. What this Economist article showed was that white people actually receive 90 bonus points, so that Asian American students have to at least score 140 points better than their white counterparts in order to get at equal footing. From there, then they must excel even more to compete for the top Ivy League slots. Asian American students receive negative bonus points. Are you kidding me? That is a mandate by the Democrats. That is a mandate by the liberal progressive agenda. How can anybody support this? In my view, considering this fact and this fact alone, supporting the Democrats and supporting the liberal progressive agenda as an Asian, that is tantamount to being a race traitor. That you're being a traitor to your own people. You are being a traitor to your own community. You are being a traitor to your own family because you are helping to impose this racism, this active racism and discrimination against fellow Asian American students, simply on the basis that Asian Americans typically try harder than any other group of people. Since when is trying harder a crime in America? Since when is achieving a crime in America? Since when is wanting to do your best and making that commitment to be the best, when is that a freaking crime in America? Well, guess what? It's not a crime in America if you are black, if you are Hispanic, or if you're white. It is a crime. It is a crime if you are Asian. This should be absolutely absurd for any Asian American in light of this fact that I'm spelling out to you right now. It should be absurd for any Asian to even consider voting for the Democrats. The Democrats are absolutely sick in the head. We Asians are minorities. I mean, we only make up, roughly 8%, if that, of the total United States population. We are the minority of minorities when you look at empirical numbers. And yet, we are discriminated worse than white people in this context of higher education, of applying for, in terms of applying for college admissions. We are discriminated worse than white people. How does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense unless you are a Democrat. For the Democrats, it makes perfect sense because this is another form of wealth redistribution. But in this case, this is redistribution of meritocracy. You put in the effort, but you will not get the reward because you are Asian. That is the sick mentality of the Democrats. Because guess what? Asians they don't receive favorable status in any other industry. You can't go to the NFL and say, well, there's not enough Asian people here, so can I take over, one of the running back slots? No! There's no other industry where you can use the Asian card. And yet, simply on the basis of you being Asian, you are being discriminated against when it comes to academic excellence, when it comes to admissions for higher education institutions. You are actively hunted down. You are actively targeted for racial discrimination. And this is something that has been concocted by the liberals, by the Democrats. So I gotta tell you, for all those Asian people that think that somehow the Democrats and the liberals, the left, are in favor of Asians, that is, nothing could be further from the truth. That is a lie from the pit of hell.